Yo, what is up guys? This is Pedro here. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a full Redskins injury update and report. I'm going to be giving you guys updates on Reuben Foster, Alex Smith, Kelvin Harmon, Darius Slay, and Bryce Love, and a few other players. So if you guys are new, subscribe for Redskins and NFL content. So let's get into it. As you guys all know, Washington has had a long history of injuries in the last couple years. Darius Slay tore his ACL, Kelvin Harmon tore his ACL, Reuben Foster has torn his ACL. Alex Smith had that horrific leg injury and a lot of other injuries. We've always led the league in IR, so I'm going to be giving you guys an update on a few key important players. So first, let's start off with Alex Smith, and then we'll go on to Reuben Foster. So Alex Smith, this was a couple of days ago, but he received clearance from his personal doctors. Another step will be that Washington's doctors determine. So also, he said, based on conversations, I don't think Washington will be surprised if he's out there to open camp. Key will be if their doctors clear him for contact. So that is really good news that he's going to be there out in camp. And the really good news that he's going to be able to help Dwayne Haskins develop. Alex Smith, even Patrick Mahomes even said it. He was a huge part in Patrick Mahomes' development. So I think he can be that with Dwayne Haskins. He can give him some pointers because last year when Dwayne Haskins was a rookie, Colt McCoy and Case Keenum didn't do a good job helping him. A lot of people have said that. So also, some other big news is, I'll just read this whole thing. Alex Smith was cleared by his doctors, has not been looked at any Washington doctors. That's a huge key. Some big hurdles remain. And he said now one of his doctors is Robin West, who is also with Washington. So that's good. So that means that one of Washington's doctors has cleared him, but not all of them. But nonetheless, it is impressive. And one thing that I will say is if Alex Smith does get back to normal, let's say he's 85% of what he was, which again, that's a big if, most likely not going to happen. But if he is back to what he was, you might consider trading him because you want him to get an opportunity to be a starter. And you know with Dwayne Haskins here, at least for this year, he's going to get a chance to be the starter. So I don't think Alex Smith wants to be a backup or even a third string if Kyle Allen is there. So I think if he's back fully healthy, I honestly think we can get a fourth, fifth round pick. We traded a fifth round pick for Kyle Allen, so I think we could get a fourth, fifth round pick for Alex Smith, get rid of that contract, and I think that would be really good. And hey, if he can't come back fully healthy, if he's just a backup, that's very good. We can let him play backup for a couple years and then maybe get him in as a quarterbacks coach or another role in the organization because he is very important. So nonetheless, though, very impressive recovery by Alex Smith because some people thought he might not live after that injury, and he was able to even keep his leg. So very impressive. Now on to Reuben Foster, who we have all been waiting for. So Reuben Foster, this injury was really bad early last year in OTAs, and he tore his ACL, I think MCL, and he also had a bunch of nerve damage, and he's done some stem cell treatment, which I made a video on. But I honestly think out of all these guys, at least him and Bryce Love, I think he's going to be back. I really do. He's been running full sprints for a really long time now. He's been doing some other work. I don't know for sure when this was recorded, but here he is. You can see him putting in some work right there. He's able to lift the sled, so he looks that obviously that doesn't mean he's fully healthy, but he does look good. And there's some other video, like I said earlier, of him sprinting and of him doing jump rope. So I honestly do think he's going to be ready for the start of the season. Only training camp will tell, though. We have to see how he is in training camp. But I have a feeling that he's going to be able to play this season. And hey, maybe worst case scenario, not worst case scenario, but maybe it takes him a few weeks to really get into it, and maybe he starts the first few weeks on the bench or on IR, but I do think ultimately he will be ready for the season. He's looking good. He's been putting in a lot of work, and it's been more than a year since he tore his ACL, and I honestly think he's going to be ready, and if he is, that is really important for our defense because Washington, we have a very good front seven, but our linebackers are okay. We have good potential, But without Reuben Foster, our linebacking core is average at best. You got Cole Holcomb, Thomas Davis, and a few others. But Reuben Foster can bring us to average to above average depending on his how he plays. I think he has Pro Bowl potential. Was drafted in the first round. Has good chemistry with Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen, Ryan Anderson, all those Alabama boys. So I'm excited to see what he does. I honestly do think he's going to be ready for this season. But again, don't count on it. But I'm super hyped. He looks good. I'm gonna make another video on him, and you guys will see some more of his workout videos. But that's that. So now on to Darius, guys. He had an injury last year at the end of the season. Well, he had in the beginning of the season, week 1, a meniscus tear. He recovered from that, played a couple games, played a really good game against the Panthers, and then against the Packers, he hurt his knee. It was just a little bit of knee damage, but now he's ever since really February, January, he's been back to full health, pretty much full strength. You see him here. I'll show you guys a couple clips just to show you guys that he is fully healthy, and then we'll go on to Bryce Love. So there he is lining up as a wide receiver, running a route there. Sorry, I don't know why it was laggy there, but you guys will be able to see that again if it loads. Okay, sorry, that must have been just a recording, but I will show you guys some other stuff right there. You guys can see just put a move on that corner. Really good job. He's been doing good. I've seen him post a lot on social media. He has been putting in the work. So again, this is going to be his last year to really see. It's his last year, not necessarily to prove that he can play, but to prove that he can stay healthy, because he did play pretty good in the time he was playing this year. So we'll see, or last year. So we'll see if he is able to play and stay healthy, because if he does, I really think he can be a star running back and pair great alongside Antonio Gibson and Adrian Peterson for this year. But I'm really excited to see what he does. He just has to stay healthy, but he's going into the season fully healthy, which is very, very, very good news. Let me know what you guys think. Is this his last chance? I honestly think it is. If he can, there's some other clips of him doing some squats, but if he can't stay healthy this year, I honestly don't think that we should keep him. Okay, so now on to Bryce Love. This has been the biggest mystery of the offseason. He's not a very vocal guy, or he doesn't post a lot on social media. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, that's totally fine, but we haven't really gotten any injury updates from him besides that video that I posted earlier about him saying he's going to be ready for training camp. This was obviously before the pandemic hit and OTAs were pushed back, but he said he was going to be ready for OTAs and training camp. But he tore his ACL in 2018, December or November of 2018. So it's like more than a year and a half, and he's still not fully recovered, or at least that we know. JP Finley has been very skeptical that he's going to be ready for this season. He has not put him on his roster predictions. He had a couple other surgeries besides that ACL surgery. He actually had a couple surgeries in Washington. This was video from last year, actually right before the draft, where he was doing some workout videos, and but nothing crazy, but he still had some other surgeries after that. But it's going to be weird because he might have to start the year on IR or the PUP list, which is kind of ridiculous to me. I know players suffer through injuries, but it's been almost 2 years, which is absolutely insane. I really do hope he's ready, because I think he has very, very good potential. I think it had about 2,000 yards rushing in his junior year and something like 7 or 8 yards per carry. Absolute beast, and I think if he can play and if he can stay healthy, he's going to be a good back alongside Darius Geis and Antonio Gibson and even Adrian Peterson for this year. I really do hope he's healthy, because I think he can be an absolute beast there. You see him, he has that knee brace, but he is working. And we'll see if he stays healthy. Similar situation to Darius Geis. His rookie year was plagued by injuries. They both didn't play at all in their rookie years. And yeah, it does suck. We'll see how he does. But I am more confident in Reuben Foster's return than Bryce Love, just because I've seen him actually work out. And we'll see. We haven't gotten any clarity really on both of them, but at least on Reuben Foster's part, we have seen him work out. So the next guy is the last guy that'll give an update on. It's not really a major update, but we all know Kelvin Harmon tore his ACL, which is terrible, terrible news because he had the potential to have a really good year this year, and he ended up tearing his ACL. And he did get a surgery. I'm not sure when he got the surgery, but he did tear his ACL about a month and a half ago. And here he is on a bike. He is going very slowly, but it is very encouraging to see that he's already on the bike. And I'm not sure on the timetable for ACL injuries. I know they ruled him out for this year, but some guys recover early, and he did have the injury in May, or early June. So you never know. Probably though, at earliest he would be ready January, February, and we're probably not going to be playing in January or February because we're probably not going to make the playoffs. But it does suck that he tore his ACL, and Emmanuel Hall also tore his Achilles a couple months ago. So that is it for the injury updates. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. Which guys are you confident in coming back? I think Reuben Foster is going to come back. I'm not sure about Bryce Love. Darius Slay is going to come back. And Alex Smith, I think he's going to be able to play in training camp, but not full contact. That's my take. Maybe he can get back on the field, but I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. Turn on those post notifications, and peace.